Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna be breaking down the NBA slate for Sunday, March 5th. I'm sorry for no video yesterday. I was a little busy and didn't have time to make a video. But we're back today on Sunday, so let's go ahead and get started with this slate breakdown. Alright, we got a 5-game main slate on for this Sunday. Starting off at point guard, your top point guard on this slate is Russell Westbrook. He gets a slow-paced matchup against Dallas. This isn't a good up-and-pace matchup, but Dallas doesn't really guard the point guard well. And Westbrook has been playing crazy lately, so if you're paying up, Westbrook is definitely in play, even at $63. He's put up over 60 fantasy points in 7 straight games. Westbrook's just been playing out of his mind, so if you're paying up, Westbrook's definitely the top stud on this slate. Even in the slow-paced matchup, he's still in play. John Wall against Orlando, that's a really good matchup. Orlando's not good against the point guard. But at $51, I don't think I'm going to be targeting Wall on this slate. I think there are other point guards worth playing. But this is a good matchup. But I just don't like Wall's price tag, so I'm not going to be probably targeting him on this slate. Same goes for Isaiah Thomas. This is a really good matchup against Phoenix, but I don't like Thomas's price tag at $48. I think he's way overpriced, so I'm not going to be on him. I don't think he's going to be able to pay off that expensive price tag. The guy I really like at point guard is Eric Bledsoe against Boston. This is one of the best matchups a point guard can have. Boston's terrible defensively against the point guard, and Bledsoe is way underpriced for this matchup at only $37. So if you're looking for a mid-range point guard, Bledsoe is definitely going to be someone you're going to target on this slate. This is a really good matchup, and he is underpriced, so he's in play. Drew Holiday against the Lakers, I also really like that matchup, but I don't know if I'm going to target Bledsoe today on this slate at $36. I think I'd just try and find the extra dollar to get to Bledsoe, but this is a really good matchup for Holiday. But if I'm targeting that price range, I'm just going to go after Bledsoe. D'Angelo Russell against the Pelicans, that's a really good matchup for Russell. Pelicans aren't good defensively. If you need a mid-range point guard, Russell is definitely in play. Even at $26, he can pay off that price tag. George Hill against Sacramento, I like Hill for cash games at only $23. He shouldn't have a problem paying off that cheap price tag. I wouldn't use Hill in tournaments because he doesn't have much upside, but for cash games, he's definitely in play. Darren Collison against Utah, I'm not going to go there. That's a bad matchup. One guy I like on the cheap end is Yogi Ferrell against OKC. Ferrell is really cheap at only $16, and he's been paying off that price tag lately. All he has to do is get you 20 to 25 fantasy points to pay that off, and he's been doing that in 4 straight games. So if you need a cheap point guard, I really like Ferrell for value. Also for value, I really like Jordan Clarkson against the Pelicans. Clarkson's been playing very well lately, and he is really cheap as well at only $12. He's crushed value in 4 straight games, so at only $12, I really like Clarkson as a value play. He's definitely going to be someone I target if I'm looking for value. Yeah, that's pretty much it for point guard. Let's go ahead and move on to shooting guard. All right, your top shooting guard on this slate is Bradley Beal. He gets a really good matchup against Orlando. They're terrible defensively against the shooting guard. Beal is a little expensive at $32, but he has been playing very well lately. Beal is definitely going to be someone I target on this slate. There really isn't much mid-range shooting guards worth targeting, so I think I'm going to be paying up for Beal on this slate. He's the top shooting guard. Devin Booker against Boston, that's not a good matchup. Avery Bradley is back for Boston, and Bradley is a really good defender. So I don't think I'm going to be targeting Booker on this slate. If I'm paying up, I'm just going to go for Beal. Not going to be on Booker. Avery Bradley against Phoenix, I would like this matchup for Bradley, but he's been playing with a minutes restriction, so I'm not going to be on him. But if he's not restricted anymore, then I like him at only $22, but he still should be playing with a restriction. Seth Curry against OKC, I really like this matchup for Curry. OKC isn't good defensively against his shooting guard, and Curry has been playing very well lately. At only $21, I think he is definitely in play. One thing to take note of, though, Wesley Matthews is expected to be back for this game, and that could really hurt Curry. It might move him to the bench. But if Matthews does not play, then I think Curry is a terrific play at only $21. Evan Fournier against Washington, I'm probably not going to go there. If I'm attacking that price range, I'm just going to find the extra dollar for Curry. Not going to be on Fournier. And a value shooting guard you could target on this slate is E'Twaun Moore. He's been playing very heavy minutes lately, and he is the minimum price on Yahoo. At only $10, all he has to do is get you 20 fantasy points to pay off that price tag, and he can definitely do that in a matchup against the Lakers. So I think E'Twaun Moore is a good value play at only $10. He should be able to pay that off. And yeah, that's pretty much it for shooting guard. Let's go ahead and move on to small forward. All right, your top small forward on this slate is Gordon Hayward. He gets a really good matchup against Sacramento. They're not good defensively against the small forward. If you're paying up for small forward, then Gordon Hayward's definitely going to be someone you want to target at only $35. He should be able to pay off that price tag in this good matchup against Sacramento. Otto Porter against Orlando, I really like that as well. Porter was struggling earlier, but he did bounce back in his last game. At $27, I still think Porter is in play against Orlando. They're not good defensively against the small forward. Also, I think Jay Crowder is in play against Phoenix. Phoenix is terrible defensively against all positions. And Crowder is really cheap at only $23. So if you need a cash game small forward, I like Crowder. He should be able to pay off his price tag. At the mid-range, I really like TJ Warren against Boston. This isn't a good matchup for Warren. He's going to have to go against Jay Crowder, and Crowder's a good defender. But Warren has been playing very well lately. He's been crushing value. At only $17, I think Warren is in play even in this bad matchup. With the way he's been playing, he should be able to pay off that price tag. I like Warren at only $17. He's in play. Also like Terrence Ross against Washington. Ross has been playing very heavy minutes with Orlando. And at only $16, I think Ross is in play. He's been playing over 35 minutes just about every night. So if you need a cheap small forward, I really like Ross as well. He should be able to hit value at only $16. I think that's it for small forward. Let's go ahead and move on to power forward. All right, your top power forward on the slate is Anthony Davis. He gets a terrific matchup against the Lakers. They're terrible defensively. I don't really like targeting AD at $53 when he's playing alongside Boogie because he doesn't really have 50 to 60 fantasy point upside playing with Boogie. But he can get you 45. But he can easily get you over 45 fantasy points against the Lakers. They're terrible defensively. So even at $53, I think AD's in play. This is just a really good matchup. He should be able to hit value. Even at $53, I think he's in play. Markieff is listed as a game-time decision, but he is expected to play against Orlando. If he does play, I like him at $29. This is a really good matchup. Orlando's not good defensively against the power forward. And Markieff has been playing very well lately. At only $29, I think he's in play. He should be able to pay off that price tag against Orlando. Harrison Barnes against OKC. I really like this matchup for Barnes. OKC's really bad defensively against the power forward. So if you need a power forward at the mid-range, I think Barnes is definitely in play at only $26. He should be able to pay off that cheap price tag. Julius Randle against New Orleans. Probably not going to go there. Randle's going to have to deal with AD's defense, and AD's a pretty solid defender. If I'm attacking that price range, I'm just going to find the $2 for Barnes. So I don't think I'm going to be on Randle on this slate. Aaron Gordon against Washington. I really like this matchup for Gordon. Ever since Serge Ibaka got traded, Gordon has been playing very heavy minutes. And at only $19, I think he should be able to pay off that price tag against Washington. They're really bad defensively against the power forward. So I'm really liking Gordon as a mid-range play. He should be able to pay off his cheap price tag. One power forward I like on the cheap end is Marquise Chris. At the minimum price, I think Chris is definitely in play with the amount of minutes he has been playing lately. And this is a really good matchup against Boston. They're bad defensively against the power forward. I would only use Chris in tournaments, though, because he is a little risky and he isn't very consistent. But he does have really good upside for GPPs, so I like him in tournaments, but I wouldn't use him in cash. He's just too inconsistent. Yeah, that's pretty much it for power forward. Let's go ahead and move on to center. All right, your top center on this slate is DeMarcus Cousins. He gets a terrific matchup against the Lakers. They're terrible defensively, and they play at a really fast pace. I don't know if I'm going to be targeting Boogie on this slate just solely based on his price tag. At $56, he has to get you close to 60 fantasy points to pay that off, and I'm not sure if he can do that playing with AD. So for that reason, I'm not going to be on Boogie on this slate just because of his price. But this is a terrific matchup against the Lakers. They're terrible defensively. So if Boogie is cheap on other sites, then I like him there. But on Yahoo, I don't think I'm going to be playing him at $56. Rudy Gobert against Sacramento. I really like this matchup for Gobert. Gobert's been one of the most consistent centers all year, so I like him for cash games. He should be able to pay off his $30 price tag. Nikola Vucevic against Washington. I really like Vuce for cash games as well. He's been one of the most consistent centers all year. He plays very solid minutes, and he will produce. At only $28, I definitely think he is in play. He only has to get you 30 fantasy points to pay off that price tag, and he can definitely do that. Washington's not good against the center, so if you need a mid-range center, I'm really liking Vooch at only $28. Another mid-range center I like is Al Horford against Phoenix. Phoenix is really bad defensively, and they struggle against the center. Horford has been picking it up lately as well. He scored 36 and 26 fantasy points in his last two games and has played over 30 minutes. At only $23, I'm really liking Horford in this matchup and with that cheap price tag. All he has to do is get you 25 fantasy points to pay that off, and he can easily do that against Phoenix. So I really like Horford at only $23. He is definitely in play. I'm also liking Marcin Gortat at $21 against Orlando. Orlando's one of the worst teams defensively against the center. Vooch is not a good defender, but Gortat has been struggling lately. But I do think he can bounce back in this matchup. He is only $21 because he's been struggling. But he can easily get you 30 fantasy points, which is good for his price tag. So for that reason, I think Gortat is in play. This is a really good matchup. He should be able to bounce back. One cheap center you can target is Nerlens Noel against OKC. If Wesley Matthews does return for this game, that might knock Noel out of the starting role. But if Matthews does not play, then Noel should get the start. If he starts against OKC, I really like him in this matchup. He's going to play heavy minutes since he got traded to the Mavericks. In his first game, he started with the Mavericks, played 35 minutes and put up 44 fantasy points, and that was against Memphis. And Marc Gasol is one of the best defensive centers, and this is a much better matchup against OKC. So if Noel continues to start, I'm really liking him as a value play at only $16. He's going to play heavy minutes, so I like Noel if he gets to start. He should be able to pay off that cheap price tag. And another value center I'm really liking is Allen Williams against Boston. Williams has been playing very consistent minutes lately, and he's been playing very well. He gets a really good matchup against Boston. Boston is one of the worst rebounding teams in the league, and Williams is a very good rebounder. At only $11, I think Williams is a terrific value play on this slate. Alex Len does usually start, and Williams will come off the bench, but he's still going to play pretty consistent minutes. He should play over 25 to 30 minutes, and at only $11, he can easily crush value against Boston. So I like Williams as a value play. He's going to be one of the centers I target on this slate. And yeah, that's pretty much it for center. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my starting five. Alright guys, so this is my starting five for the NBA slate on Sunday, March 5th. If you guys want my full updated lineup before lock, please follow me on Twitter and shoot me a DM and we can discuss prices for my lineups. I also give out FanDuel and DraftKings lineups along with Yahoo, so if you play on those sites, I will still give out lineups for there as well. But yeah, be sure to follow me on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT and DM me and we can discuss pricing. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you never want to miss out on a video, please be sure to click the bell icon next to my YouTube name and you'll get notifications every time I upload. So if you never want to miss out on a video, please be sure to do that. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. We'll see you in tomorrow's video. Good luck tonight. Yeah, I told y'all,